Hey plant people! Today we're talking about root rot, what it is, how to spot it, and how to treat it. Be sure to save this video because these tips could make the difference in saving your plant's life. This is the first video in my new series, Plant Basics 101, where I share important tips that all plant parents should know. Let's get into it. First of all, what is root rot? Root rot is a type of disease characterized by the decay and rotting of your plant's roots. The primary cause of root rot is usually overwatering, but it can also be caused by improper drainage, poor air circulation, or the presence of fungus in the soil. Root rot can also be passed from plant to plant by fungus gnats or by contaminated soil or water. So how do you tell if your plant has root rot? Well, signs of root rot include wilting or yellowing leaves, dying leaves or branches, a lack of new growth, and a funky smell. So if you notice these signs on your plant, you should immediately take the plant out of the pot to inspect the roots. If the roots are brown and mushy, you have root rot. So you have root rot. Now it's time to treat it. The good news is that root rot is treatable, but you need to act quickly because it can be fatal to your plants. After you've removed the plant from the pot, I recommend rinsing the roots underwater to remove any soil or growing substrate. This is going to allow you to more clearly see which roots need to go and which ones can be saved. Next, you're going to want to sterilize some shears or scissors and cut off all the rotted roots as high up as possible. Additionally, if you want, you can take a cutting from the healthy part of the plant as a backup just in case your plant doesn't make it. But if you do this, make sure to sterilize those scissors again. Next up, you want to treat the remaining roots. You can either use a store-bought fungicide or mix 1 part hydrogen peroxide with 3 parts water. You want to make sure that you're thoroughly saturating the roots. If possible, it's best to submerge them directly in the solution, but you can also spray it as well. Your last step is that you need to repot the plant. You need to use fresh soil, and I recommend mixing in perlite and orchid bark so that you're making a light, airy mix. This is going to promote air circulation and will help reduce the risk of rot happening again. You also want to make sure that the pot has drainage holes. I recommend using a different plant pot, but if that's not possible, you do need to sterilize it, which you can do by soaking it in hydrogen peroxide solution. Going forward, you may want to cut down on the watering frequency and be sure to keep a close eye on the plant to make sure it's recovering. Experiencing root rot is a canon event for all plant parents, so don't feel bad if this happened to you. Hopefully this video provided some helpful guidance, but feel free to comment below if you have any more questions about root rot or plant care in general. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.